Hi, UEFA. It's Aussie Villain. Yeah, look, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just a little bit confused. I was hoping that you could just clear up, make sure I'm understanding your rules correctly. Yeah, so if we were to draw RB Leipzig, then that should mean we've qualified from the group because we'll have the head-to-head over them, correct? What do you mean you don't know the rules? You wrote the rules. You're worse than Boris. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Queen of the South on The Impossible Dream. It's Season 6, Episode 8, and today we've got a semi-final at Hampden Park for the it's the BetFred Cup semi-final against Celtic. And after that, it is the Champions League. We're in Germany. We're going to face RB Leipzig. We're not about to face them just yet. And I believe that if we take a draw from them, we will have the head-to-head. We will have 7 points. They will have 4 points. Rennes, assuming that they lose away to Barcelona, which you would imagine, will also only have 3 points. We should, if that all being the case, we should qualify or have qualified for the knockout rounds of the Champions League, which would be absolutely outrageous, to be honest. First attempt at the Champions League to get out of a group with the defending champions and Barcelona. It's dream stuff, isn't it? But we have to obviously go and make sure we don't lose in Germany first. And that also is a massive, massive ask. I think they beat Rennes 6-0. So that gives us a rough idea of how good they are at home. Now, there is one game to catch you up on first in the Premiership. That was against Hearts. Let's go see how we did. Shakir Omar picked out Lutzi in the first half. So we were much, much the better side in this one. Only managed the single goal, though. We're able to field a very strong team. It's basically the team that faced Rennes last episode in the Champions League. That's because after this game was an international break, so everybody had time off that wasn't playing internationally. And we're good to go again now with a relatively fresh squad. Now, something else that has happened, and we'll check the table first of all. Rangers have lost again. They lost away to Aberdeen. They lost at home to St Johnstone. So that is now a 5-point gap we have over them. Early in the season, yes, but that is huge, isn't it? That really could be significant moving into the second half of this season. Now, we have had some issues with unhappy players. If we go and have a look here. Now, one thing that did resolve itself was McPherson is happy. So the whole squad supported him over me. That's taking care of itself. Sean Goslow is unhappy now. He wants to start more games. His contract is up at the end of the season. I have enjoyed having Sean Goss at the club. His time is coming to an end, and I'm just not going to promise him first-team football at this point. The other players that we've had is, McKellar has been a little bit annoyed, but he's on loan, so he'll get over it. But we have had to promise 2 players. Montano and Ramos both wanted to start more games. They're both potentially key players for us, so we've had to promise them more football. Now, Montano does play a lot. It's the old because we rotate, so he's not playing as much as he otherwise would do. So that's why he hasn't been playing. And Ramos, he's been kind of sharing the role with McCallum. We'll just he's January after January, he needs to come in and play every game anyway. So we'll just kind of start and shuffle McCallum off to the side and give Ramos the game time that he wants as well. So it's an inconvenience, but it's certainly by no means a big issue. But let's go and have a look at this here first. It's the BetFred semi-final. Now, Rangers are already out. It's Hibs versus St Johnstone in the other semi-final. So if we can win this, well, we have a very, very big chance of going on to win the whole competition, I would have hoped anyway. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 from Celtic. Now, this is a team we're sending out. We have to. A, it's the BetFred, and B, it's a big game in Europe. We have to put out a bit of a weakened side here. So it's Eastwood in goal. It's Ramos, Vital. It's Hamilton and Gilchrist as the back four. McGrath, McPherson, happy McPherson. You can see no more of the supporting other me over the. What am I trying to say? No more supporting the player over me. So that's good. Thompson is also playing. Harding in behind. Suljic, who's back fit. Not Matt Sharps, but he gets the game here. And Clockerty goes up top as a target man, though, please. And you are a deep lying forward. So that is the team we're sending out. We're attacking this a little bit differently. They score a lot of their goals from through balls, but I feel like sitting deep. They also play tiki-taka. So I feel like sitting deep is really it's just allowing them, it feels like, to come onto us. So we're going to play a high line. Yes, we're at risk of conceding from a through ball, but hopefully I know we put pressure high up on there and maybe we get away with it. Alright, so unfortunately it looks like a fairly strong Celtic side for this one. So that makes life a little bit more difficult. Show for one, let's put on a show. Alright, let's go with that. Ramos is looking nervous. He's going to be one of these guys that just gets unhappy and gets a massive sulk on, isn't he? Alright, then here we go. Hampden Park. We should get a nice little cut of the gate receipt, so that will be good for finances. Though finances, to be honest, are absolutely fine. We're sitting over 20 million, and I'm hoping that come January, maybe we get a little bit bigger transfer budget, but we'll see what happens. We know that we've got the new goalkeeper coming in January, of course. There's been nothing else that has happened as of yet, and we've got an early highlight here inside a minute. Let's see what we can do. McGrath, looking for Harding, can't quite find him. And now we see if the high line... It's high risk, high reward, isn't it, potentially? Suljic can't quite get to it. Hamilton nods it down. Now, of course, Hamilton, we signed him from Celtic, so against his former team, we'll be keen to impress. And, well, let's see. This highlight's been going on for a little while now. McGrath, Hamilton, McPherson, we're pinging it around nicely here. Oh, I thought that was going to be a ball through from Clockety for Harding, but it didn't quite come. McGrath gives it away, and, well... You don't like where this is headed, do you? Can Suljic get a foot in somewhere? No. We're putting good pressure on them, but they're pinging it around as well. And there's the man over. And, oh, back post. Is he offside? It's Cole Palmer again. Oh, he's the new Mopai. He just always seems to score against us. Let's give them some encouragement. And it's an early lead for Celtic, and that is not what we wanted. And that all came from a misplaced McGrath pass, didn't it? Could Ramos maybe have done a little bit better there, perhaps? But that is just frustrating stuff. Early in the game, though, only one goal. Plenty of time for a recovery. Let's see, we've got a free kick to defend here. Clockety's back, gets a good leap on it, and gets it away. And let's see. Celtic come forward again here. We obviously don't want a second goal. We know that Celtic have a bit of a nasty habit of absolutely putting us to the sword. And... oh, good header away from Vital. But still, Celtic come forward again. Ramos at the back post. It's a punch away. Eastwood claims the Mopai header, but let's be honest, that was more luck than anything else. Here we go with Thompson getting forward the other way. He loses out. Ramos is out of position now, and Celtic come forward again. This isn't working for us, is it? Not the greatest effort there. Eastwood falls on it. That ends the highlight. And Ramos, he is going to be one of these sulkers, isn't he? That is so annoying. And again, we see this time and time again for us. If things don't go our way, we just start to, furious, anxious. We just get the red faces, don't we? And we have it coming again now. Let's try just keep encouraging. It's only 1-0, guys. I know you haven't had a shot. But, it's not the end of the world, though it is maybe the horsemen are coming. It's 2-0. And, all right, let's try a little bit different. The high tempo has not really worked for us, so we'll try something a little bit different. Oh, it looks like Eastwood could have done better, but there's a lot of players in front of him there. I wonder if we try a berating. There we go, that fires them up. I haven't berated them in a while, actually. The one thing that hasn't happened is they haven't been sort of sliding through balls to us. But, if Mopai's playing as a deep-lying forward, then he's probably not on the last shoulder, is he? So maybe it's fine. But once again, Celtic they just make us look like, well, amateurs, really. All right. We've got nervous, frustrated, anxious. Do we have an unlucky? There's no pressure on us. Let's try that. And yeah, it's worked relatively speaking, hasn't it? We've got players back on side, looking a little bit more happy about life. I mean, we saw last episode the wage budgets, and I mean, Celtic literally 10 times our wage budget. So, it's probably to be expected that, they are able to make us look average. But yeah, it's still annoying and frustrating. I don't really know the best way to go about it. It doesn't help as well that their managers seem to come and go a fair bit. Now, this guy's been around for a while, this Nacho, whatever his name is. McGrath's not having a great game. He's not really a Mazzella, if I'm honest. I wonder what we could do, actually. Is because I would ideally, given that the game is not in a great position for us, let's like to keep those guys fresh for RB Leipzig. I had him on the bench just on the off chance that it was a tight game. So we had, if we needed to bring somebody on, then we had options. But, well, that's killed it off completely now, hasn't it? 3-0. Let's just try a focus. It's going to be very difficult to give Ramos the game time he wants if he's going to be sulking and playing 6.2s, isn't it? I guess the flip side of that is we're not going to be playing someone like Celtic every week, so he could probably get away with it a little bit more, but certainly putting that a little bit of expectation on them before this game was not the right thing to do. I probably just need to pick my games a bit better where I do that, don't I? Thought for a wonderful moment that might have been a misplaced header that Clockney could get onto. Talking's going well today, isn't it? But we haven't really, I don't remember us having a chance in this one. One thing I would really, really like to do, and again, it just comes down to the finances at the club and not having the ability to do it, but I would really like to try signing a couple of wingers, and so at least we have that option to go to a little bit more width. I'm wondering if that might be the way for us to get the better of Celtic. Oh, they've just picked us apart again. Gilchrist positionally is not always the best at right back there, is he? I'll have to getting to work on defensive positioning, or it's whatever that one is in training. Thompson just kicks it straight into a Celtic player. Here they go again. Gilchrist again out of position, and where are you, Gilchrist? Can we just do that now? I'll do it later. Do we have someone on the bench we can bring on for you? No, I want to keep McCallum. I should have had. Let's get McKellar on. He's not had a good game, Gilchrist, has he? I mean, he's still learning the position. I do still think there is a good wing back there, but Celtic maybe isn't his game to play there. I mean, we are attacking them as well, which maybe isn't the smartest thing. Ramos is now playing a 5.9. I tempted to fine him. There's nothing gets under my skin more. Oh, what are we doing with this Furuhashi? Oh, that's Benny Hill stuff. But yeah, nothing gets under my skin more than when a player complains they want first team football and then you put them out there and they just absolutely shit the bed. Let's give him another berating. Oh, that's really annoyed me. It's not as much the result. The result obviously isn't great, but it's these match ratings. Look at that. That is pathetic. Ramos with a good ball in, a Chris Clockerty bullet header, and we've got last goal wins, right, ref? At least we've got a little bit of something to cling to at the end there. It was a wicked cross from Ramos. This is what we brought him in to do. Clockerty in the middle. That's what he's in the team to do. And it's just a shame we conceded 4 goals, really. But at least we got the last one. So that brings to an end the BetFred. Not that we're particularly bothered, I don't think, are we? But you didn't do yourselves proud. Wasn't good enough. And I think really the really frustrating thing about that is we get 84 grand. Is that from prize money? Or that's not the gate receipt. It's players that are usually relatively reliable for us, like Bernardo Vital, who's being looked at by the Portugal manager. They were as poor as anybody. So yeah, really, really frustrating stuff. Anyway, we've got the big one next. It's off to Germany to face RB Leipzig. They're the defending European champions. If we don't lose, I think we'll be out of the group. Alright, welcome back. Now it appears that we are just not able to have nice things. Lutzi out for 4 to 6 weeks with a twisted ankle. It's the exact same injury that took Suljic out as well. So it's just frustrating. Again, we're going to find ourselves with a shortage up front because we've got sort of 3, if you include Clockerty as in the rotation, we've got 3 strikers to play two starting positions, and anyway, not the ideal preparation for this game against RB Leipzig. Now, if we just do go back here and have a look at the group, I believe, as I've said previously, if we go to group and see, if we draw, it should be enough because there's a 3-point gap right now. If we draw, we'll have the head-to-head. There'll be one game to play. Even if they win, which they should do against Rennes, we lose, which we should do against Barcelona, we have the head-to-head over them, and therefore we should have qualified from the group. That's my logic. I don't know how sound that is, but I think it's good. I think it's good. Of course, we're assuming that Barcelona beats Rennes and all that as well. But this is the team we're sending out. It's Eastwood in goal. It's McCallum, it's Walker, Bernard, and Montano as the back four. Bayless, Davenport, and Irving. It's Bermudez in behind Shakir Omar and Suljic who comes in. Actually, I wonder if... No, we'll play Suljic as the advanced forward. That's fine. Let's hope that we're good enough to get the result here. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Jesse March, of course, of now Leeds United fame, is their manager. I mean, it's a good team, isn't it? There's a lot of good young players there sort of now. So you would imagine that, 6 years into the future, that they're going to be quite decent, aren't they? Ignore the praise, play your natural game, boys. And, yeah, no pressure on us. Just go out there and beat the defending Euro champions. Just do a double over them. It just sounds so simple, really, doesn't it? I mean, their recent form, that's not great form, is it? And again, we don't actually need to beat them. A draw should be, a win. A win will get us across the line, no problem. Hopefully the Celtic defeat is not going to... I'm so nervous. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? But hopefully, yeah, the Celtic defeat won't have impacted us too badly. If we just even taken a point against Rennes in France, then that it would just look so much better, wouldn't it? Alright. Now, when we played them at our place, we did really, really well in just shutting them down. So, let's hope we can do that again and have someone pop up with a goal for us. That's the dream. So far, so good. I mean, technically, we don't need someone to pop up for a goal for. I've got to remind myself, we just need a point. But you'd want to try and get the win, wouldn't you? You don't want to sit back and play for a draw because it never really works out. Oh, I thought Shakir was through there. Bermudez for Davenport. Here we go with Suljic. Suljic lines up a shot, and it is just past the post. Didn't quite come back enough. Now, what do we have here? Was it a free kick? No, it's nothing. I don't know what it is. It's a corner at the other end now. Can we defend the set piece? Oh, we can. It's Bayless that flicks it away. And he goes out to put pressure on the German player. Yeah, actually, the player may not be German, but you know what I mean. Bermudez, no. Can we win this ball back, please? It's becoming a bit of a long old highlight. They're pinging it around. McCallum sweeps in. Eastwood gets it forward for Suljic. Suljic has Shakir Omar with him. We play it in behind. Can Shakir Omar get himself another goal? He's gone a little bit quiet in Europe lately. There's the cross for Irving. It's headed away. And Elix Mariba is there. And now it's coming back up the other end. We don't want an open game. We want it to be nice and tight and tense. We want them panicking because they need a goal. We don't want them doing this to us. Oh, and it's straight through Eastwood. And we're 1-0 down in a game we cannot afford to lose. Let's encourage them. Maybe we can beat Barcelona at home. You never know. But that is not what we needed. And we just didn't go with the run, did we? And Eastwood's got to do better. Oh dear. And suddenly, next goal becomes very important. Shakir Omar can't quite get to that. We do look like we have a threat, don't we? But at the other end, it's Andre Silva now. There's the dink. That's over the top. I wonder, we're playing a high line. I wonder if maybe we don't want to do that. They're just getting in behind us maybe a little bit too easily. We've had 7 shots. How many times have we seen that from us? And as you can see right now, Now, I wonder if we were to, say, lose 2-1, does an away goal still count in that sense? Probably should just check the rules, shouldn't I? All right. Let's get rid of that. They're a gegenpressing side, so my thought was get them to the flanks, make them chase us from side to side. But we don't. This is another thing where we don't have the wingers. So it maybe doesn't work with wing-backs, and we don't have the players to ideally play the way that I'd like to in this one. I don't think we've been bad. I'm going to say unlucky there. I don't think we've done too badly at all. We'll get back out there. We'll encourage them. And if we're looking at the bench, Harding for Davenport makes a little bit of sense. I'm wondering, actually, let's try switching these two. I almost did this at the start of the game. But let's try Shakir Omar, as the advanced forward, and just you as a deep liar. Another thing we could do is we could bring on Clockety for his heading ability. We saw that against Celtic. Irving's not having a great game. And we could drop Bermudez in a little bit deeper, try and get him involved in the game that way. But we've got a highlight here. We're in the attacking third. Bermudez, oh, just not on the same wavelength as Shakir Omar. Shakir Omar's just been a little bit off in this game, hasn't he? Oh, Irving slides in. Just about must have got the ball, though. What we don't need is players getting themselves sent off here. All the way back to Eastwood. He lumps it forward. Can we get onto that? Omar, no, he just backs off, but he picks it up. Look at Suljic. He's in a little bit of space. Can he work it? It's back for Shakir Omar! He digged it! It's wonderful! Shakir Omar gets his 14th of the season, and in the 66th minute, it's 1-1, and we are getting out of this group. As things stand, of course, there is still time to stuff this up, and almost certainly we will. But Suljic and Omar linking up beautifully. Is that just the reversal of the roles, I wonder? I'll claim it as tactical genius. And suddenly we don't need to worry about changing anything. We just need to not concede a goal. Let's go back off of attacking to positive. Let's just keep encouraging them. And, I mean, match stats would suggest we've been at least their equals and deserving of a draw, if not the better team. McCallum is going to be missing the final group game. He was a card away from a suspension. Hopefully that's not going to matter. Are we about to do this? All right, maybe we could make some time-wasting subs. Let's drop Davenport a little bit deeper just to protect the defense. Irving is struggling a little bit back there. I don't have a left foot up. Okay, that's fine. We'll just throw Harding on. And I'm looking at McCallum on a booking and not playing particularly well. Ramos is nervous though, so I don't want to do that, I don't think. Oh, come on. Are we about to do this? Is my maths correct? Oh, don't you dare do it. Don't you do it. It's away. Can we win the game? Can we win the game? There's more money if we win the game. Davenport just kicks it upfield. Jitches. And still, here come Red Bull. We've still got defending to do. Harding picks it up. Nicely done. Let's not stuff around with it too much back here, please. Walker to Eastwood. Bernard. Okay, Eastwood. There you go. Lump it. Thank you. Oh, and would that be one for Clockety up there? Oh, no. Is he offside? Please be offside. Eastwood with a massive save. All right, let's shut this down. I know I don't like playing for draws, but we're playing for this draw. Let's shut it down and let's get ourselves a point on the road in Germany and get ourselves into the knockout rounds of the show. There's 55 seconds to play. Don't do it. It's out of play. Surely it's out of play. It's a goal kick. Eastwood, check your shoelaces. Check your pants. Check your top. Is there blood on your shirt, mate? Change your shirt. Oh, how are we going to do this? There's 30 seconds to go. Queen of the South about to get into the knockout rounds of the Champions League. Bernard has the ball. Bernard lumps it forward. We should get Clockety up there. It's probably too late. There's a long ball forward. McCallum, don't let the cross come in. Oh, don't do it. It's all cleared. Oh, it's still there. Don't. Blow it up, ref. Blow it up. Bayless, don't give away a penalty. There's the ball in. Eastwood falls on it. And we have taken a point against the defending champions. And I think that means we are out of the group stage. Not out in the group stage, out of the group stage. Just with a game to play and with the head-to-head, there's no way they can't overtake us. Here's the confirmation. There it is. We have qualified for the first knockout round with a game to spare, mind you. And that is absolutely massive. There's McCallum. He's played his last game in Europe for the club. He will be off, of course, before the knockout round start. But Queen of the South are in the first knockout round of the Champions League. Just let that sink in. Our first crack at it as well. We've got money to burn. Surely now the board, can you give me some extra cash? Where's finances? I wouldn't mind increasing but I want transfer budget. We've got to go big. Well, if you're gonna have a think about it, think about the junior coaching as well while you're there. We've got to try and go not big in January. We don't want to go silly here, but we've got to get those funds in, and we're going to have a better goalkeeper for the knockout rounds as well. And well, it's just happy days, isn't it? But that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, technically we haven't won a game, but it certainly feels like a win, doesn't it? We'll forget about the Celtic one. That doesn't matter anymore. I think what we'll do, what I don't want to do is draw on this season. We're 8 episodes in and we're not even at Christmas yet. We're not even in December yet. So I think what we might do, the Barcelona game essentially doesn't mean anything because we finished second in the group. They've already topped the group. So there's not really anything riding on it at all. So I think what we might do then, that being said, is I'll record the draw when it happens, and then we'll come back because we've got Rangers and Celtic just before Christmas. So we'll come back for that. And then we can sort of refocus on the second half of the year. So hopefully you guys agree with that. With nothing on the Barcelona game, knowing my luck, we'll go and beat Barcelona at home, and it'll be the greatest thing that's ever happened to the club. But we'll take that risk anyway. Until next time, guys. We're Champions League knockout. That is unbelievable. Take care.